What's up with it? What's up with it? I'm back, nigga. Another episode. Keep it solid, nigga. We back. You know what I'm saying? Episode 29. I want to say. Now I gotta keep track of. I'm trying to, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, I'm just really on here just ranting about shit, or if you got something you want to talk about, shit. Let's talk about it, shit. Nigga, that's why I do this for. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be scared to come talk on this bitch or something, nigga. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? That's why I do it for. Nigga, come say what you gotta say. Shit, if you had a fucked up day at work or whatever, coworker done pissed you off. Shit, my coworkers piss me off every day. You know what I'm saying? But nigga just have to go through it till some shake. You know what I'm saying? Rattle shake. But you know what I'm saying? Shit. Let's get right up into this. Anyways, I had y'all on block or whatever. But yeah, what's up with it? It's back again. I'm gonna go again. It's another episode. Motherfucking keep it solid, nigga. Episode 29. Nigga, I want to make sure I get that. But anyway, like I said, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, come on here and say what you gotta say, nigga. I do this shit. You know what I'm saying? This is really more like a rant show, nigga. So I ain't really just doing too much. I'm just on here talk, you know what I'm saying? Let people, shout out, whatever. Shout out your business or whatever it is, man. I'm just trying to, get big any type I can, any type of way I can. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, you know what I'm saying? We'll jump right up into this, I don't know. It's crazy ass shit to be going on. You know what I'm saying? This world, nigga. I don't know. I just like, people be like, bro, everybody fucking hate people. Not that I hate people. People just do stupid ass shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like people always want them to feel sorry for them. Nigga, just me, I'm that type of person. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, after a while, nigga, I just be like, man, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get it out of this, cause I know how it is, not knowing, not have nobody to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Still being at the bottom of the barrel, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. What's some things, you know what I'm saying? If y'all do want to hop on here, wherever you see it, pop on. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Shit crazy out here. So with it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I was saying, bro, just I don't know. Like I say, like I said before in the first show, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Check on your people, bro, because your people might be going through something. You don't know what that person might be going through. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be putting themselves through shit that they really don't need to put themselves through. You know what I'm saying? They go through the heartache by themselves, but sometimes you do got to bump your head to learn some shit. But I don't know, man. Just me personally, nigga. I just see shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a cancer. I'm observant. I watch shit. But like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? People put themselves through a lot of shit when they really don't have to. Shit crazy. But yeah, man. I don't even know. See if somebody pop up on it. But I tell you, like I said, I'm gonna do a little something, man. Just see if I can get people on here. Like I say, man, if you want to jump on here and do a show with me, fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, consider really fuck with me, bro. Like, make out a day or whatever you gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. We gotta get it together. All of us. I'm speaking to myself too, not just you or whoever. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking to whoever is out there. You know what I'm saying? Going through some shit, man. If you going through shit, just let somebody know, man. Yeah, pussy, because you would you say that? Letting your feelings out and shit, bro. Like I feel like niggas be on like they feel like they ain't doing enough, or you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Just niggas is weird. Some niggas is weird. Niggas do shit that just I don't know. Sometimes people do shit for attention, nigga. You gotta know the people that just really just seek attention. You know what I'm saying? Like play them for a fall. Watch your friends, bro. Cause I mean, shit. You have some real niggas, bro. I'm just to be 100 with that shit. I ain't gonna just say everybody just on some bullshit, nigga. But you got some real people that genuine for you, nigga. But I don't know, man. Shit crazy. Yeah. Shit, NFL, you know what I'm saying? For all you Cowboy fans, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Go Eagles, you know what I'm saying? I'm on your neck, whatever. I just want to say that. Just, my show, just let that out right now. Eagles fan, if you don't know that, you know what I'm saying? Now you know. But, yeah, man, shit. Oh, man, I be wanting, people come in and do, fuck with the boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing something for everybody, but so it's local for you, nigga. It's not nothing you have to go, it's out of reach. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did leave my shit. Hello. All right. All right. Yeah, I'm back, nigga. Anyways, so chill for a minute, man. Just if I get any people up on this hoe, you know what I'm saying? I think I should push my time back some more. Cause I forget a lot of y'all be going football practice, cheer practice, or whatever it is. So I know y'all niggas ain't really just tuned in right now. Y'all trying to be on the road driving and shit. But yeah, man, shit. I don't know. You feel like we can get it together? I feel like we could, man, if we just have some solid people in the front hall, you know what I'm saying, to talk about, or just really to get us together. I just feel like shit. Once we do that, nigga, we can do whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the black businesses out there, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Most definitely, y'all, if y'all doing y'all thing, still a pole, man. Shout out to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Y'all know, straight line. Y'all wish I need to work for my damn self, man. I'm tired of working for these motherfuckers. But it is what it is. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Wait, let's see if I can get some people on here. It's really just a night, a day. I'm gonna just have out just for really just when you want to come to the forefront and say what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm doing this shit for. This day, Thursday. So Thursdays we will be going every Thursday, just to basically just a day. You know what I'm saying? If you got something to say, nigga, come on there and say what you got to say, nigga, and just air it out. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if it's on the comments, well, if I can get you on live, nigga, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I just want to, you know what I'm saying, get back to the people, though. Just really just stick with the people. You know what I'm saying? I'm for the people, nigga. So, the only thing is next, I'm trying to get going, you know what I'm saying? And, get different people on here, man. Like, if you got some shit, a story you want to tell, like, just to be, people to know who you is, or just your thoughts on different type of things that you be thinking about. You know what I'm saying? This is what this is for. That's why I do this platform for. So, just more just like a request day. If I can see, you know what I'm saying, get some people on here. Say what you got to say. Keep it solid day. Whatever you got going on. Shit, ask a question, nigga, gonna keep it solid on it. Yeah, man. Mm, Man, you start watching these niggas out here that go to jail, get out of jail, bro. Cause a lot of niggas ain't got bond money good like that. I'm just be 100 with that. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Let's really be honest. Excuse me. Sorry, motherfucker. You say excuse me. It's real shit I want to touch on. We'll get to that. You know what I'm saying? Once I get my nigga to get through what he going through. But hey, we on. Shit, yeah. Anyway, I don't want you to watch me smoke, but oh, I watched some shit to fuck me up today, nigga. I'm watching 85 South, 85 South, 85 South. Fuck with them, nigga. Carlos Miller, my favorite comedian. I was watching some fucked up ass shit, like, nigga, this woman was saying that we really ain't pleasing our women like we think we is. Kind of fucked me up, bro. Yeah, I don't know, man. What's up, bro? This is one person that is on here. Don't mind me, nigga. I'm just being crazy right now. Just talking. I'm ranting today. This is a rant day, so I'll probably be on here talking some jibber jabber, nigga. That's just for today. It's gonna be for people to come on here and talk they whatever they want to talk. What's some shit y'all want to say to somebody y'all work with, bro? Y'all just can't really say it to you because you're just gonna be just out of the fucking line. Sometimes it's like, man, you know what I'm saying? They be doing dumbass shit. I got more viewers now, I guess. What's up with it? Keep it solid, man. The two viewers is on here. What's up with it? Make yourself known, man. Don't be hiding in the shadows and shit. Saying creepy ass shit. What you watching me for? Ain't gonna say nothing. So with it. Anyway, shit. If anybody got nothing to say, nobody got nothing to say. You don't want to just cut somebody out, nothing. I just watch it, niggas. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you the one main one. Shit, I be wanting to get you on here, but you be bullshitting. Nah, I'm just on here, baby. Today is just a day I was gonna see people get on here. Say what you gotta say. Shit. That's what this bitch made for. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Please throw this in the way. Mom,
What's happening?
What's poppin'?
What mode?
Mommy,
I was I'm waiting on you. Oh shit. Anyways, I told you now, got my sis, man. Hey, we finna take over, nigga. I'm telling y'all now, nigga. We on our way, nigga. We just finna take the fuck over.
My bad.
What's up with it? What's up with it?
Nothing. Doing parent shit.
Oh yeah, I already know. I'm already
Parent
knowing.
shit. That's it, man.
Yeah. Hey, so I see some shit that fucked me up today.
What?
I like 85 South. Carlos Miller is my favorite comedian. You know what I'm saying? Just off the top, I'm just be 100 with you. You know what I'm saying? But like they had a woman on there. I don't know if it was this show this week or whatever, but they had a woman on there. I guess she like a sex expert or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And she was saying that niggas really ain't pleasing a woman the way they think they is. Shit, I want to talk about it. Fuck it, nigga. I'm shit. She said it, nigga. I just feel like the perfect is you, nigga, because I feel like that's some crazy ass shit. Cause how she was saying in different things, she say sometimes nigga just be rushing into it. Nigga just gotta wait. You gotta kind of let it get, kind of warm up like some hot grease. You know how you warm the grease up?
Bitch, throw a little bit of water and make sure it little bubble up a little bit, let you know your grease ready. Goddamn me, she ain't lying.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, damn. That's some crazy ass shit. So niggas really be out here, and women be fake, fake organ or fake moaning and shit. Doing it all that fake ass shit. So
I don't think that it be fake moaning, cause sometimes even though it don't be warmed up, all the way the right way, sometimes the motherfucking pumps do be having a bitch be like, "That's what's up, bitch. You ain't warm me up right, but this chicken gonna be right when you done, so we gonna be there."
But yeah, it just fucked me up when I seen the shit, and I was just like, "Damn, yeah, it's just about
But
this shit today."
I'm in agreement with it. I think that sex would be a whole lot better if niggas didn't just,
If
try to
you
rush
actually
and jam the shit up in there.
learn about your female instead of just power driving her, instead of
Right.
kind of learn.
I think it actually would be a little bit more enjoyable, but I mean, I don't be having that problem, but
No,
I do know
yeah.
that I've been told by a lot of friends just sitting down having different conversations that a lot of women do say
that they ain't pleased. So, but I understand the same message go two sides, because a nigga might not be pleased, but he just faking the funk type shit. Do niggas fake the funk? Or I mean, you can in certain instances, because I done fake the said.
I think
You,
I think that niggas can fake it because it could be sometimes where a bitch might be talking too much, or I mean, let's just keep it 100. Bitch might stink, and you really just can't. You know what I'm saying? Get over that smell, so you be like, "Oh, I."
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think both actually can and do fake it, but for the most part, just speaking from a woman, and that's only because I know my body. But I'll tell your ass mid stroke, this ain't it.
That's why you said like
Or if I feel like it ain't going the way I need it to go, I will definitely take control. Definitely, because
that's why I say
to a certain extent, I'm kind of like a nigga. Like, nigga, I'm gonna get mine before you get yours. So, bitch, if I get mine,
that does step back into that shit where that girl Carrie Weiss had said, you know what I'm saying, she wanted to do different things because she didn't feel, you know what I'm saying, appreciated. She wanted niggas to actually, you know what I'm saying, holler at her type shit. That's what she was saying, some shit like that. She didn't feel.
Hold on, y'all. Let me get up at this call. I don't think per se. I mean, that one really kind of hard to say, because I just feel like I'm one of them kind of women. Like, if I already got what I want, I don't give a damn what another nigga think or look at me.
Yeah.
And I mean, I even know, like, even on the last podcast when I said that, when I'm out in public with my dude, and I'm like, he chose right, bitch. Yeah, I'm him. But it's not on the extent of trying to have niggas like choose me. It really be to show my nigga off type shit. Like, it don't be. I don't really know what her stance on that was or where that was really coming from. Because if you really still felt like that, you should have still been single, so you could have been out there to get that type of attention.
Yeah. So you think a lot of people do like that's why I say like going in a relationship. If people actually talk, you get to really know a person, bro. That's why I say if you actually sit down, you'll know if this bitch crazy or not. Cause she gonna say some shit that's gonna trigger, gonna be red flag. You'll be like, that her crazy, nigga.
I mean, it still
Or
go
that
back
nigga
to like
crazy. Or
what
that
I
nigga crazy.
said.
Or that nigga crazy. You gotta really talk to these niggas instead of just being the nigga say, but you can't talk to a motherfucker if you drunk. If a two drunk people talking, nigga, the conversation ain't really being intelligent at all. I'm just be one. I'm talking about sloppy drunk. You at a club. Do we think a club event like that?
Oh
I'm not
man,
saying.
but you gotta take into consideration when you in that type of environment,
Yeah,
they not on no chill vibe. They on a
yeah,
kick it vibe. They might have left with that intention, like I'm getting some pussy or I'm getting some dick tonight. Type
yeah,
shit. I don't think that's one of the best places, me personally, to try
yeah,
to sit down and try to get to know somebody. But like I said,
yeah.
that still go back to what I was talking about earlier about just simply fucking dating people. Like we do
Right, I
not date
forgot the date.
anymore.
Go back
Like
on dates. Yeah.
nigga, like I ain't saying we gotta go on consecutive dates. Like, all right,
No,
I saw you this weekend type shit. All right, I catch you in, about a week or two or something like that. Like, actually take motherfuckers in different places in different environments so you can actually see how people are going to react in certain
mhm,
situations. Like,
yep.
you gotta do that. Motherfucker gonna like you always gotta remember you are meeting that person's representative every
Yep.
time. Of course, they gonna put on their best shit.
Yep.
I don't
You
know
correct.
nobody that's gonna go on no first date looking a hot ass mess.
Nah, hell
Nobody.
no. Nobody.
So you meeting that person representative. So if you not keeping that in mind, don't get me wrong, the vibes might be right. But if y'all
Mhm.
don't actually date and start going different places and
Yep.
being in different environments, bitch, take
Real
me to the
shit.
motherfucking library. Bitch, I want to know if you can read. Read out loud. That's what I want to motherfucking know. I don't give a damn if you can match your clothes. Can you read? That
Can
shit
you
important.
read? Do you know how to count, nigga? Can you count?
Hey, nigga, you gave him $20, right?
Yeah.
The nigga only gave you back $1 and you only
Yeah.
spent two.
Yeah. And
You get that
like you
right.
look at that nigga like, yeah, it just if people just that's why I say people lack, and that's a lot of things. People lack common sense. That's what a lot of people lacking right now is common sense. Nigga, that ain't nothing too big, nigga. It's something that you just use, nigga. Just hey, but they don't look right, nigga. So don't do it, nigga.
Right.
Just
Don't
I don't. After you get older, you realize that shit. You just like, damn, bro. That's all you have to really do. Like a lot of shit, I look back and if I did that shit, bro, I promise you, I'm just like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, it was just really on some shit. I could have did it this way. Fuck. I'm tripping, nigga.
right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
I mean,
it's all
you
about
live
growth.
and you learn.
Mm-hmm.
You live and you learn.
You can't keep, yeah. I feel bad for people that be stuck in relationships and that I hate miserable couples, nigga. Like when you go out and you see miserable couples, nigga, like you know how you be out, nigga, and you can tell these niggas miserable than the bitch together, nigga. You can just look at them, nigga. Just like I just know y'all
That
go home. I just know
that's
y'all go
cause
home and you know what I'm saying.
that's cause
I just yeah,
somebody in that relationship is in what we call survival mode.
yeah.
Meaning one of these motherfuckers don't got their basics together, and that's really why they still kind of together. And in my experience of it, that's what it's been.
You keep going, sir. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my experience been. Just seeing two motherfuckers that still just stuck together because either she can't make it without him or he can't make it without her. Or he ain't found no backup plan yet, and vice versa.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. My bad, sis. My bad, call me. I was trying to see. Hold up. All right. Now I'm live, mama. All right,
Hey
mama.
mom.
She said, I tell you that. Yo, but yo, man, I just when I see them people, it's just like, bro, just like, damn, y'all can really just say, just call it quits and go about your way. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not, I know you probably don't want to start over or whatever. It just, nigga, goddamn, like, why you go out in the world like that? Like, nigga, I don't want us to go out, like, even if me and my girl fight, nigga, I don't want us to go out looking mad at each other because people gonna be like, damn, what's wrong with them two niggas? Then the
I
vibe all
think,
fucked up.
and sometimes too, like we also got to take into consideration, like they might not know what a healthy relationship look like.
Real shit.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some people like me, I grew up, I mean, don't get me wrong, my mother did date
Yeah.
somebody,
She's
but
strong,
at the
strong.
same time, that was not what my ideal of what a relationship
Yeah.
was supposed to look like. It was just kind of like just seeing my mama do everything. The nigga
Yeah.
was there. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
Don't get
He
me
was
wrong.
there, but I saw my
Yeah.
mama do everything. It was
Yeah.
never not a situation where I could have been like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I fuck with him, you know what I'm saying? Cause he really did look out.
Yeah.
So I think that just comes with like relationships. We have to just always take into consideration people's upbringings and
That's it.
trauma that they done had in their childhood and just trauma that they done had in adulthood as well.
But
You know what I'm saying? Like it
people
ain't
gotta
no
get out
book
the
out here just
yeah.
telling everybody how to do this shit.
Yeah.
People can give you suggestions on it,
But they don't
but
really know how to really go
it,
through
it
it.
ain't some of that shit don't be what your situation is.
You can't base every situation off your situation, nigga. You know,
Definitely not.
even if it
Definitely
sound
not.
the same, bro, some could be different. Something by a little small tweak,
Right. Literally.
it can fuck
Like
everything up.
definitely like people, everybody got a different tolerance rate. You know, some people always be like, bitch, I couldn't have been with no nigga that cheated on me. Okay, but
Then
you
be with a
not,
nigga that then be
you
with a
can't
nigga.
sit there and say that because this is not your relationship. You don't know what
Sorry, hold
he
you
or
cut it out,
she
but
is
they
doing
be with
for
a
that
nigga that cheat
person.
on them. That be the one
Right.
to be the one to be with.
That that be the one with the sneaker leg.
That be the one nigga had a nigga cheating on them like a motherfucker, nigga.
Like a
You know what
motherfucker,
I'm
girl, bitch, Fred would never.
saying?
Bitch,
Yeah.
Fred is around the corner with Ethel.
Yeah, whatever. He with it, nigga.
Yeah. But he'll never.
You seen that nigga in your car. Shit.
Yeah. Bitch, is that my motherfucking? Is that my
Mhm.
four fuckers with the eyelashes on the bitch?
Yeah.
Oh, bitch, I'm telling. I'm goddamn telling.
Yep. I'm telling you, man. That's why I say, man, it just I don't know, man, just as people, nigga, like but you know, a lot of people do got a lot of trauma. Do you feel like that affects a lot of different things though? Do you think like it affects how people like do different things or how they act or how they hold their feelings or you know what I'm saying?
Definitely so. Like me, for an example, like I said about my dad. My dad,
Yeah.
he had a whole lot that he was dealing with growing
Mhm.
up as well. And I didn't find this out until, you know, after I had became an adult and actually
Yeah.
started talking to him about it. Cause I was just like, damn, why was you so hard on a nigga like that?
Yeah.
And so it really was like just the mentality of how he was being raised. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes people can only raise you with the knowledge that they have at that time in their life.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I was saying before, I always said like I thought that if my dad probably would have been a little bit more involved and showed me like a little bit more affection, I probably wouldn't have dated the people that I did date. And so I dealt with that a lot. Like my thing is my daddy, one thing he showed me, regardless of what a female do, regardless of how bad he say she is, regardless of what she doing in the bedroom, if a nigga wanna go step out, he gon' step out.
Yeah, shit.
It ain't
It
shit
is
that
what
you
it
can do
is.
about that.
Yeah.
And so, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you, like after a while of dealing with it, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I always self-reflecting, like, what am I not doing? Why is this man doing me like this? It
Yeah.
had got to a point where I was like, bitch, I'm the shit, ho. And if you don't get it, bitch, it's another motherfucking bus coming in 15 minutes.
Minutes. God, I ain't
Sometimes
gonna
10.
fuck with you.
I don't give a fuck, bitch. I ain't got time for that shit. I know I'm the shit. I
Yeah.
just learned that I gotta be with somebody that's compatible with me, that understand me. And even if they don't, at least be having a will to try to get to
Understand.
understand me.
Yeah. Gotta
Like people
understand.
always talking about with relationships, it's about communication. Okay, yeah, a little bit. But
Yeah.
if your partner don't understand you, guess what? All that talking y'all be doing
Yeah.
ain't worth the motherfucking penny with a hole in it.
I go back to
It
that
ain't worth
education.
shit.
I go back to the education. Can that nigga can he comprehend shit? Like nigga, the shit that I'm telling you, can you or even just vice
Right.
versa, can you comprehend what I'm saying to you? Like anybody, like even for a female, like you
And
gotta think about
it,
it. Like that's why I say a lot of people, bro, like when you get certain people in they different elements when they outside of their body, nigga, you gotta understand when they get in back, when you get the person that's in their body, nigga, and that might be the person that you remember, nigga. You ain't gonna always get that person, but they always gotta be fucked up. That's a different. You gotta understand, nigga. Like when you on drug, you know what I mean. Like nigga, you out your
right.
body, nigga. You know what I'm saying? yeah, nigga, you can't. you
Well,
not
I
you get
don't know,
you got two
cause
people.
me personally, like I don't smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That ain't my thing. I
yeah,
drink.
yeah.
And me, when I drink, I actually be more on my P's and Q's when
It's a,
I don't get fucked up like I'm
yeah, yeah,
staggering, but
yeah,
I
yeah,
pay a whole lot more attention when
yeah,
a nigga been drinking.
yeah.
So and I actually remember shit a whole lot more when I'm fucked up than I do when I'm sober. So
I do too. I
I
probably
like
be
talking
fucked
to
up
a
in the
drunk
morning.
motherfucker because
Yeah, in the
them
morning I'll
motherfuckers
be
gonna
like,
be the
man,
ones that's
man,
gonna
that
tell
nigga
your ass the goddamn truth.
yeah.
You
I
want to
mean, it's
know
just
something about yourself? Talk to a motherfucker that's mad at your ass or that's drunk.
oh yeah.
Hmm. Think I'm lying.
Bro, a drunk gonna tell it all. I ain't gonna lie. Oh
And
yeah.
I ain't gonna give a fuck.
Yeah.
And shit, gonna get their ass beat talking that shit, but it's gonna be the truth.
It's gonna be the truth, nigga.
Gonna be the
The only
truth.
reason
Whether
your
you
ass
want to
mad.
accept that shit or not,
I
you
mean,
damn sure
that's
gonna
what I
get it.
say. That's why it just man, so I because that's what I say, just relationship, I feel like either because you know how most people like you say you want to go on dates do like the traditional ass shit like I feel like that's what they should go back into because that's when you get to know somebody you get to sit down at the table nigga get fine nigga and you can be like get to talk to this motherfucker so you can see how
Right,
this nigga trigger when he around motherfuckers nigga you know what I'm saying but
right.
do you have to deal what you feel about when niggas I'm gonna just say it like this: when people act funny when they around like they other people, like the significant other, with they around they other people, like they homeboy, but they kind of act different. Like how you feel about that shit? Do you clown them nigga, or you
That
kind of like let that nigga kind of show his shit and then kind of let that nigga check that nigga at the back, the back end, like hey nigga,
I ain't gonna lie. Like if the shit just getting too disrespectful, like it's
yeah,
just too out of line.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like again, I always look at me and my partner like we are a unit, like we one. So I'm
mm-hmm.
never gonna let the outside world think that anything fucked up in my home. Period.
Okay, okay,
So if it do get to a point where it's starting to get a little too disrespectful, I'ma
yeah,
just remove myself from the situation
I got you,
because I already know if I get on some disrespectful shit, I'm gonna take it there. And just like you got a mama, nigga, I got a mama too. Just like you got brothers, I got brothers too. I got cousins, aunties that be on that turn up shit too. So,
yeah, yeah,
because I know where I'm gonna take it to, I'm gonna remove myself. But again, it just really depends on the situation because,
yeah,
like I said, I want my nigga to pop his shit.
yeah,
Cause
talk that shit.
any motherfucking body standing next to me, I would expect him
But
to
what if it?
be that
But
same way with me.
That's it. But what if it's a lie? You know it's a lie. Some of the shit that he be saying is a lie, nigga. But what if you know?
You know what? I can't sit here and be like I'm a ride or die, but I'm a thought one of them. Nigga, yeah,
Yeah, nigga. Yeah, give that nigga that. Hey, nigga. Say, hey,
Nick,
clean it up, nigga.
clean
Clean
it
it
up a
up.
little bit, cause I can't help you remember this motherfucking lie. So if this
Cause you
what we
gotta,
doing,
cause sometimes
tell me this
nigga
shit.
be trying to feed off his feedback. Hey, man, hey, she be like, nigga, what? nigga, what?
Like I said, if I know what the game plan
Yeah,
is going into that
yeah,
shit,
you gotta
like
know.
I said, to a certain extent, I still got that little ride or die spirit with
No,
me.
yeah, no, yeah.
But when you just dry ass on some shit that fam, bro, you out here telling people you do real estate, nigga, you can't even spell real. Stop doing that. Don't do that, please. Cause I can't stand beside that shit now.
Ah, shit, nigga.
Now,
Oh yeah, that's what another thing I was gonna ask you. Like, so you as your female, if your nigga was a dope nigga, he got caught up on something, and you was dating a rat, how would you deal it? How would you deal with that? I'm just saying, for a fact, he told on all these niggas. Like, how would you deal with that if you was in that situation?
first
Because
of
that, you
all,
got to think about that puts jeopardy on your
not
kids
I
and
ain't even
everything.
gotta think about it. Cause first of all, if I ever that ain't never been my thing to fuck with no street nigga. Like
Okay,
not no street nigga that's
you
like
got no,
after doing that.
yeah, yeah,
That has never been a turn on for me. That
yeah,
ain't never been my shit.
yeah.
But one thing that I will say, if I ever did,
Mm-hmm.
because of the mentality that I have, I'ma come in asking the nigga questions like, what's your number that's gonna get you up out this shit? Because ain't no such thing as retiring from the dope game. I don't know
Real shit.
no nigga that's then came up out that shit with his hands clean. Not one. So my main thing would just be like, what's your number for you to get up out of this shit? And then actually start trying to teach him how to manage his shit, put his shit back, watch his money, make his money actually be clean. It wouldn't be no, oh, I'm not one of them type of bitches that want to be on the scene with my nigga, knowing that this nigga, if he get caught up, we don't even got bond fucking money. This nigga don't got no lawyer money. Do you understand what come with what you doing? You know that what we doing right now is trafficking. You know what time come with that shit. We need to have money put back to be able to take care of that. So if I ever fuck with a street nigga, that's what type of shit I would be on. And I, like as far as the rap part go, I couldn't fuck with that. I would not stand by that because at the end of the day, nigga, you knew what you were signing up for.
I be trying
if y'all ass get caught up, nigga, you that was a fuck up on your end, not nobody else shit. Don't try to bring another nigga down because you didn't keep your shit clean.
That's real shit. You got
and I would, but you know, like I said, I would let them know that from the jump. There wouldn't be no he didn't got caught up in a situation that presented itself. Now I'm telling him this, like I'm gonna tell his ass from the jump. I'm not with that shit. And if you got any type of snitching bone in you, my nigga, I can't fuck with that. Cause that'll make me think that if I had some side shit going on, nigga, you would tell on me.
Yeah.
So nah, I can't. That ain't my thing.
Yeah, cause I be wanting to feel like how the woman feel about that shit, like, cause I mean you put them in harm's way sometimes, like with the big people, nigga, like you put them in harm's way too, nigga. Cause shit, if they can't get you, nigga, who else you think they gonna go to? They gonna go down.
I mean, I'ma just keep it a book. Like if I was in the streets like that, that's how I would do that shit. If I can't touch you, I'm gonna touch somebody that I know close to you enough to make you pop your ass out.
That's real shit.
You ain't gonna be out here but you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm gonna move in a manner where I'm watching what I do. Like just cause I'm sitting in a room, I'm very observant when it comes to people. I'm watching body posture. I'm watching shit that you thinking is funny. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that shit no joke, but I'm saying you laugh, nigga, you laughing too hard at that. Like I'm always watching what a motherfucker doing. So that let me know what category I need to put you in. Like I like certain people when I'm going to certain parties. Some of my friends is not fucking going with me. And I let their ass know that shit from the jump. These group of people that I'm going around, this ain't your element. And if you don't understand that, then bitch, bye.
But how would you know how to like pick that, like, dictate that? You know what I'm saying? Just cause like the people work ethic, or just how do you know how people are, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how people is.
I mean, again, like it still just go back to actually watching people and see what they do and pay attention to, like I said, shit that they laugh at, that wasn't something that needed, that wasn't no joke. So you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just always watch people, and then when we be in different environments, don't get me wrong, like I'll take you to a place one time and I see how your ass behaving. I would expect my friends to do me the same way. Take me somewhere, motherfucker. If I get out of character and they put you in jeopardy, that means that I ain't supposed to be with you with it.
That is true. You shouldn't put your loved ones in the wrong way anyway. That's how I feel, nigga, when you in that game. But it just, I say, like, with some of these people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, just growing up, you know what I'm saying? Just how you see people change, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when I left, nigga, came back, it was just, everybody did a whole motherfucking 360, nigga. You would just like, oh, that person do this now, this person do this. Like, damn, nigga, like, nigga, why? I left, nigga, your ass with none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But then it's just like, and it's just like, you know, I just feel like people only fuck with people that got something behind them, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. Like, I feel like if you got something to say or you just popping up trying to do your thing, like people ain't gonna ride with it unless they see somebody else behind that shit. And why is that? I just feel like that is something big that people do. And you see it a lot. But different things trending, some shit trend, like that's why I say, like with the milk crate trials, like different shit you find it, and a nigga just be like, oh, well, that shit look cool. But like the real nigga don't want to sit down and hear that shit. Or try to find out like why the fuck I might be going through this. Nigga just might need this. You know what I'm saying? Like shit. This is something that therapeutic, because a lot of people be going through mental health shit, fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like shit. because I want to speak on that, like
with
mental
that.
health. Like you gotta watch, like mental health, because nigga, a lot of motherfuckers be going through some shit like did like deep down, nigga, and people don't really know. And then when they do like spark out, nigga, it's just like, oh, this nigga crazy.
But
You know,
in situations like that, I feel like that falls back on that person that wasn't being observant. Because one thing about a person that's having some type of mental crisis, they
mhm,
are dropping signs.
okay,
Whether you catching them or not,
yeah.
whether you care enough to even ask. You know what I'm
That's what a lot
saying?
of people. I
So
just hate they
it
be
just
trying to
kind of
quit.
like
Yeah,
sometimes it be a cry out and they don't know how to. And we have to also take into consideration that as black people, you know what I'm saying? We don't believe in all that going to therapy and talking to people and talking about our feelings. We always just kind of talk to, you know what I'm saying? Bitch, put on your motherfucking bootstrap them hoes up and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
just trying to get
We
you
ain't
on your
never
feelings.
been taught to actually
Let your
when some
feelings
shit
out.
actually hurt you,
Yeah,
bro. Like, man,
talk
take
about
that
it.
shit.
Talk,
Like,
talk
I
about it.
ain't
Yeah,
saying
talk
that
about it
you
though.
just gotta be super emotional about the shit, but damn, if you gotta
Talk
cry
about it.
about that, fam, like, you know what I'm saying? You cry about that shit, how you feel, you gotta go cry about it, but don't hold that shit in.
Real
That
shit.
shit will, it'll bring on some shit to you that you really not ready for.
Yeah. That's why I say, like, check on your people, man. Like, nigga, if you got people out there, man, check on them, man, because you don't know, bro. Like, I'm just saying, like, you think a motherfucker okay, but you know what I'm saying? It might be something that just you talking to them can help them out. You know what I'm saying? Just you speaking to them.
And then like you also gotta understand that you gotta find the right people to talk to too.
Yeah, because somebody else they'll go right behind your ass, be, oh, such and such going through this. And you be like, how the fuck they know about this shit, nigga?
Right.
You know, but
I mean, like me, I learned my
not gonna
lesson
tell
from that.
somebody.
Yeah, I definitely like learned my lesson from that shit. Like
Yeah,
some people don't ask because they really genuinely don't give a fuck. And you can't be mad at them for it. So like, cause I know some people be like, Neil, why you don't be asking me how I'm doing? I don't ask because I don't give a fuck. It's not information that's going to do anything that's going to better me from
I don't
knowing
care.
who the fuck gay. I don't care. I don't give a fuck who
Yeah,
got the PPP loan. I don't give a damn about none of that shit.
it
So
don't
it
matter
be
because it's not.
sometimes it gotta be on some shit that a motherfucker actually is interested in and
Mhm.
care about.
Yeah,
Like I said, some people genuinely don't give a fuck about what somebody else is going through or what they
nah,
got going.
yeah, and they act like they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that shit when you act like you do, but you know what I'm saying? Like, and I hate the people that you know what I'm saying they try to act like everybody against them, but really, nigga, you the only person that's against you, nigga. I just feel like, nigga, when you wake up in the mirror, nigga, I need a lot of people to just look at this shit. When you wake up in the motherfucking mirror, when you look at the mirror in the morning, what the fuck do you see every morning? Like, cause a lot of people, y'all, it's just like you dress up into a character and then you jump out the house, nigga. But it's just like when you wake up in the morning, some of you niggas don't look the same as you walk out this goddamn door, nigga. And I feel like that's a lot of pressure on you too because you're trying to be two different people, nigga. That's stressful, nigga.
I mean,
cheating,
that's
cheating.
definitely
Look, right? Cheating. It's stressful, nigga, because you trying to live two different motherfucking lives, nigga. Cause you fucking with her, you trying to keep this shit on the secret from her, and trying to keep this from her, nigga. That shit, nigga, this nigga don't want to be honest, but nigga, come on, bro. Like the shit, you you're trying too much, nigga. When
yeah,
you can just be,
definitely.
you gotta understand. Like that's why I be like, bro, like I really wonder, like when people wake up in the morning, like nigga, like what do you really see when you look in the mirror, nigga? What do you see, nigga? Like what do you
I
say to
think
tell
that's
you?
still I think that still I think that still falls back on a person. You gotta know who you are.
Yeah,
When you know who you are,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's easy to not fall into certain crowds. A lot of people just being shit because they don't know they self. They don't know
yeah,
what they really like. you know good and goddamn well you a square ass nigga and you like to go to the motherfucking lake. Nigga, embrace that shit. You know good and goddamn well you don't got the heart to be sitting in this car with these niggas rolling up. You know you don't like to smoke. Nigga, your blunts is ugly.
Your blunts is ugly, nigga. So you
Like,
don't really belong, nigga.
you know
It's just
that's
like,
not the crowd.
yeah,
Like, you
you
know what I'm
really
saying? I
belong.
just feel like it just fall back to people just really not being okay with who the fuck they is. Like me, people be saying to me all the time, like, Neil, you actually go to the casino by yourself? Yes, the fuck I do. I don't got to have people around me for me to feel like I'm anybody. To me, I am that bitch. Don't get me wrong. It's other people that's doing more than me, that have more than me, that
That's
might
it.
have,
Got
that body.
self-confidence,
I
man.
don't give a damn about none of that shit. I know
That's
who the
called
fuck I am when
self-confidence.
I lay down and when I wake up in the motherfucking morning. Whether I got on eyelashes, whether I got on a wig, I still know truly who I am and what
And
shit
that's
make me happy. If I know y'all niggas talking about y'all want to go to the club, I learned that I'm not a person that like to go to the club. So guess what? I'm gonna catch y'all later.
I'll catch y'all
That
later.
ain't my thing.
Shit, we could throw this little party at the house, so you'll get our people, our circle together, nigga. But I don't do no
Right.
big crowd. I ain't look.
Yeah, I'm not big on crowds and shit like that. I mean, I'm not
Somebody in this club might be beefing with somebody I don't even know, nigga. And this nigga
right.
feel like
It be
shooting this
too much
bitch up,
shit
nigga.
going on.
Yeah,
I
nigga.
got too many people that depend on me that I gotta come home to for me to be out here playing them type of games.
Yeah. Can't be
Like
out here.
I'm on some like grown and sexy type shit. Like if I am going to a club, nigga, it's a dress code to get up in this motherfucker. You gotta actually have an ID to get up in this motherfucker, and you gotta be over 25. Like that's the shit I'm trying to go to.
Grown shit.
Yeah, like ain't nobody in here on that shit. These motherfuckers that had a long week at work, they in this whole vibe and actually meeting people, networking and shit like that. Ain't nobody over here tripping. Your bitch don't got on no clothes, but you mad cause a nigga looking at your bitch. Like we ain't doing none of that where I go.
Yeah, that's real shit though. That's what we happen to. You worry about a nigga. That shit, if you don't want a nigga looking at your bitch, don't go to the club, nigga.
Don't
Go out
go.
to eat, go to movies or something, nigga. Start doing shit like that. Like when we used to go back,
If
nigga, we
you
used to take her
gotta
to the movies, take her out to eat, nigga.
if you gotta be in a place that you feel like you gotta be on high alert at all times, that might not be the place for you.
It's not.
That's one thing that I learned. I can't. It just and again, it just came with growing up and going through shit. When I was
Yeah.
in my 10 years, I did all that partying and shit. That shit was boring to me then. Cause
Okay.
that was never not my thing. I never like it go back, tie back into how I was raised. I didn't see my mama going to club.
Good.
I didn't
Yeah.
see my mama wearing little bitty ass fucking clothes. Every time my mama stepped out the door, she had on business professional clothes.
Mhm.
Period. Even on her casual shit, like she still looked like she was finna, if she needed to go into the motherfucking courtroom at that time, all she had to do was throw on a fucking blazer type shit. Like that was never my cup of tea because of that.
Nah, I feel you. Nah, that's real shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. There's some of these women, cause I don't know. Shit, they might as well. Some of them shouldn't wear nothing. You might as well ain't put this on. You might as well just walk around naked, nigga. That just what it
Might
be
as
to me,
well.
nigga. Just
But
might as well, nigga. No point,
and
nigga.
even with that being said, when you have on shit like that, everybody in the fucking world know that men are visual. So when you put that on, you already knew at some point in time. Don't get me wrong, I get the feminine shit. It's my body. I can wear what I want. I get that. But at the same time, you need to also take into consideration that when you going out there just flaunting your body like that, you can't be mad at the attention that's definitely going to come your way.
Yeah, real shit.
Cause it's
I
gonna
hate
be
that shit.
some nigga that,
I
hey,
hate
hey,
females
baby,
that do
hey,
that to get mad.
grab
Be
your
get mad
arm
at
and
that
shit
shit.
like that.
Yeah.
You at the club and shit, you know the nigga gonna brush his dick up on you. Now you mad. Come on, man.
Excuse me.
Yes, shoot.
Excuse
Oh,
me.
baby, god damn it, shoot.
Excuse
Ah,
me.
shit. you.
Damn, girl, hey, girl, you fine
Yeah,
as
hey,
hell.
come on, baby. What you drinking? God damn it, it's almost gone. What you got in that cup, baby?
Hey, so it be funny 'cause you know where I work at. I be seeing a lot of sugar daddy, nigga. You know what I'm saying? With the little girls and shit, man. This shit be funny in the bit, bro. 'Cause I walk out, bro. I just walk out, look, I be like, what the fuck? No, cause it's obvious, nigga. Cause I know this ain't your daughter, nigga. I know this. She ain't the daughter. Oh, I'll wait for a minute. Your daughter might be, you know what I'm saying, in the bathroom or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna wait. Let me see. Come back for a minute. Oh, I forgot something. Let me come back. So,
I don't know that. That ain't my cup of tea. That's weird to me. When I see a much older man with a younger girl, to me, that's some old perv ass shit. Cause at the end of the day, it just kind of put me in a mindset of like, nigga, I could actually be your daughter. Like
yeah, no cap.
at one point in time, like you won't never think about another nigga trying to do to your daughter what you trying to do to me type shit. Like I get it that I'm not your child, but at the same time, nigga, I could be your child type shit.
Yeah,
I,
that's crazy topic. You know what I'm saying? But even for the sugar mama, I just feel like, hey man, people cup of tea. Don't think we just knocking you, nigga. We just speaking on. But I'm just saying, y'all do what y'all do, nigga. That's what make y'all niggas happy. You know, I don't give a
okay.
fuck. I'm just saying, it's just funny
That's
when I
just
see this shit, nigga. I be walking out, I be like, what the fuck, nigga? Hell nah, nigga. Ain't your motherfucking man. This ain't your goddamn daughter, nigga. This got this little short ass, skimpy ass outfit on.
right.
You trying
You
to free
walking
her?
around with the daughter like that. No, sir. No,
No,
sir.
man, I see that
No.
shit be funny the motherfucker, man. Nah,
You know
for
what? I got a question for you. How do you feel about them mandating getting shot?
like just shot,
Like,
nigga.
like if this shit actually gets passed and it gets to a point where if your job told you the only way you can keep your employment is if you get this, I shouldn't say shot, the jab, as they call
Just
it.
a jab, whatever. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand.
Like,
See,
how would you feel? Like, would you get would you get it?
sis, you know me, nigga. Hell nah, nigga. I don't know too much about it, nigga. Shit, nigga. I don't want this shit. Making me doing some crazy shit, nigga. Growing up third on some shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, I with that shit, it just and that's what I be trying. People awareness, bro. That's another thing. That's why I do this shit, bro. People awareness, nigga. Like, nigga, open your eyes up, nigga. Y'all so much on social media. What the fuck people doing on social media? Watch what they doing around the world, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like, nigga, you'll be surprised, nigga. You be more entertained with that shit than the shit that you watching, nigga. Promise.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
I with that, man, look, if they do that shit, I mean, it's gonna be a lot of people. I'm not gonna be the only one, bro. So I can't really just speak on it, just say I'm gonna be the only one. It's gonna be more people than just me, nigga. They ain't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just the 90 babies. I don't think we doing that shit, nigga. I'm be 100.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
nah,
Me
nigga.
personally, I'm not getting it. I don't believe in getting it. I mean, to each his own. I'm not knocking anybody that did. You do whatever you feel you have to do
Take your
to
body.
protect yourself, to be healthy, to be safe. Me personally, I don't believe in it just because of simple biology. If I've already contracted the virus and I actually survived the virus,
Mhm.
doesn't that mean that my body itself has already created its own antibodies to
Mhm.
where I don't need an artificial shot or,
Oh,
excuse me,
shit.
jab? I don't need you to put that in my body when I've already had it.
Real shit.
And I can prove that I had it because I went and got tested. Like, it's just simple stuff like that that I just can't get with the
No, I understand.
then
I mean, there's a lot of
and
people out
then
here like
not
that
only
too. You're
that,
not the only
like
one.
you got to think about it. It's more variants out there. So if I got the jab for
It
just
is.
regular old the virus,
Mm-hmm.
now it's mutated. That means that I not only do I have to take that jab, but I have to take another one, not a booster. I'm talking about a whole nother. You have to go create a whole nother vaccine for this new one. So that means that if I do catch it and I catch the new variant, that means that the jab that I did take is not going to help me.
Well, shit.
So me
I
personally,
really, I really,
I'm not fucking with it. That's
I,
not for
it's
me.
not for me.
Again, I'm not no doctor. I'm not no nurse. I'm not
Right.
in the medical field. I'm just simply saying that if you have already had the virus, why do you have to give it to me again when my body has already
Mhm.
basically fought it
What about
off and created its own antibodies to it?
a lot of shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you feel about the gun law in
With the
Texas?
gun law?
In Texas,
I mean,
Wild West.
I mean, I'm a person that believe in, protecting yourself, but I also am taking into consideration just even before we had got past how foods was just dry ass out here shooting people.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's gonna be a situation where I ain't gonna lie to you, like I walk on eggshells just a little bit more now because just think about people that have road rage.
Mm-hmm.
They then went and did everything that they needed to fit the criteria to actually get a gun. What if you in a situation of road rage and this motherfucker reach up under the seat? You might not have been trying to cut them off or whatever the case may have been. You know what went from cussing the motherfucker out in your car and sticking your middle finger up. And I done seen motherfuckers actually drive in front of people and hit their brakes type
Yeah,
shit,
slow
trying to
down on
make
your
you
bitch
run
ass.
into
Yeah,
them type.
slow
Right.
down on your
Like
bitch
I done
ass.
seen people actually do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if it jumps and escalates to this motherfucker done had a crazy day that day, or maybe not a crazy day, and they just felt like my respect, you ain't gonna cut me off.
Mm-hmm.
So bitch, I'm finna stand my ground
Good
and
shit.
shoot your ass.
Good shit.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it, but at the same time, it do make me just think about those people that are not educated on guns. I'm one of them people that believe that guns don't kill people. People with guns
Kill
kill
people.
people.
Real shit. That is real shit. I just want to throw that because it got crazier now because I mean it ain't really been too bad on Dallas, but it has been. But it just or Texas. I'm gonna just say Texas altogether. But now I just feel like it's gonna be up the game now because now anybody come out of town, nigga, they can have guns.
Right.
You can have guns. So it's now if beef gets escalated now, more casualties.
Right. It's definitely gonna get taken there. I mean,
Mhm.
it already do.
It already do, but I just up. It's
It
up
already
now.
do.
It's up.
But
That bitch going
hold on.
up. Oh shit.
It already get taken there, but I really think it's really gonna be easier for people to run to go get a gun now.
Yeah. I mean, it's more. It's more. It's. I feel like there's more for people to do it now that they can't fight or whatever, protect themselves. People that already
Ooh,
can't protect
kick me
themselves.
out. I bet.
But now, man.
But like I was saying, though, I think that law really gonna be for the motherfuckers that was never had that heart in them to actually get out there and fight anyway. It's
Hmm.
just gonna be easier for them to run
Go grab a gun.
and go
Yeah.
get a gun now.
Real shit. I feel like that too, nigga. Like it's more for a nigga to run and be like, shit, let me go up this hoe. Fuck it, you know what I'm saying? I was protecting myself, so if they asked, I was protecting myself. You
I
know what
can't
I'm
hear
saying?
you.
Oh shit. Can you hear me? You hear me? Can you hear me now? Nah. Can you hear me? If not, I know my signal bad. Can you hear me? Nah. I can't even hear you. Oh, no, I can hear you. You hear me? I can't hear you. But I don't know, sis. I was going.
I can hear you a little bit, but it's just low.
You can hear me? Can you hear me? I can hear you. I can hear you a little
I'm
bit.
finna jump off and jump back on it because I can't hear you.
You can hear me? But nah, I was gonna get it. Let them have this one right here. What you doing tomorrow for sure? I need to come back with something. If you can hear me. See if you can hear me. Probably gotta come back. Yeah.